Well, hello there, everybody. Another glorious day of being shut in, but the sun is out, and we're still going to cook. We still got lots of good stuff to cook and to eat. I figure by now some of you are out of food or really getting down to the nitty gritties of what you have left in your refrigerator. So you remember how I told you that Italians have a way of making real easy, basic, cheap food delicious? Well, we're going to do that again today, inexpensively. This whole dish is going to cost you 14 cents. And and it's also going to be very, very good for you. We start with some fresh broccoli. We're going to make pasta broccoli today, which is a very basic recipe and once again, so good for you. We start with some nice fresh broccoli and I peel it roughly. Oops, turn that around the right way. Peel it roughly, get the outer skin off the stem. I love the stems of broccolis. Broccoli, who's that guy? Oh, I forget. Anyway, so just roughly take off the outer crust of the broccoli, and then all we're gonna do is this. Now there are those who only eat this part of the broccoli, which is delicious and so good for you, but it gets caught absolutely everywhere. You can't eat this without a toothpick. I love the stem part. I love all parts of the broccoli. So because we're going to make a dish that you're going to eat with a spoon, I tend to cut this up a little bit more. So you start by just cutting smaller pieces, and we're going to just chop up the top of the broccoli any which way. It doesn't have to be neat and tidy. It's just got to be bite-sized, smallish. So we'll do that. I'm not even going to do two pieces today because it's just me. Where am I going? You know, I may walk around and fart later. Why wouldn't I? Okay. So that's nice and bite-sizey, right? That's all we're going to do with that. And then, all right, over here I've got a small amount of water boiling. It's a couple of cups, I don't know. You know I don't measure anything. And then we're going to put into this boiling water, oops, hold on. I'm not using a pick pot today. And I'm back. About this much chicken stock. And about this much pepper. I like me some pepper. You don't need salt because chicken stock is just another name for yellow salt, whatever. Then the first thing we're gonna do is put the broccoli in those small pieces. This is so simple. And you cook this 3 minutes, 4 minutes, not long at all. The reason I didn't put a lot of water in here is because we're not going to drain any of the water out when we're finished. It's just going to all stay in there and flavored. It's going to be taken up with broccoli and air and Ditali. You'll see. Okay, I'm back. Okay, the broccoli's been cooking for about 3 minutes. No big whoop. It's still pretty undercooked right now, but I'm going to take about a little under 2 cups of Ditali. These are wonderful. We love these. It's a tiny little pasta with a hole in it. See that? It's called Ditali. And we're going to dump that in. And we're going to stir that around. Now, you know how pasta fluffs up as it cooks. And you see how little water I have in here, which is not too much. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay, so it's barely enough to cook the pasta. I may have to add a little more water. The reason I barely cooked the broccoli is because it's going to stay in the same pot with the Ditali while it's cooking, and I don't like the Ditali to be too overcooked. Okay, so we'll let that happen for a while. If you have to add a little more water to it to gunk it up a little more, do it. What do I give a shit? You know, whatever. We're constantly adding and subtracting. So I got some water at the ready in case I need it. Stand by. Okay, The Ditali is cooking nicely with the broccoli. It's in chicken stock and pepper, and that's all that's in the pot. Well, water, chicken stock, pepper, broccoli, and pasta in that order. It'll be ready very shortly. The one tip I have for you is if you make too much, which I generally do, if you're gonna just keep it in the refrigerator, separate out the liquids. Pull the liquids out and package the broccoli and pasta in one bowl and keep the liquids to, what's that word? Regenerate, reactivate, make it wet again. What the fuck? Because if you keep it in the hot water, it's just gonna keep cooking the pasta, and you don't want that once you get it where you want it. So that's my only tip on this. So while we're waiting for that to finish, what did you do for somebody yesterday? Today's a sunny day. It's cold, but it's sunny. So why don't you pack up a small bag of whatever you got around the house and bring it over to a neighbor, or go buy some groceries for somebody else. They're probably down to broccoli and pasta as well, whatever. So go do that. Or I think we should start something now where we go sing outside somebody's door like we do when we Christmas carol. So think about that. What'd you do? What'd I do? I did something. Stand by. Okay, we're fully cooked. Check this. I don't know if you can see. I didn't drain any liquid from this, and there's still plenty in there. Don't be tempted to dump out the liquid. But here's how you finish that. Oh my gosh. There's plenty of liquid in this bowl. There's plenty of perfectly cooked broccoli and Ditali, which is the type of pasta I used because we want to eat this with a spoon. You're going to take Romano or provolone or whatever and generously put that on top. And there you go. This whole dish cost about 14 cents. So if you're down to next to nothing in the fridge, this will make a very hearty meal. I got plenty left. I'm going to separate the liquids from the food, and I'm going to bring it over to my neighbors, my sisters, my nieces, wherever I'm going to take it. And they're going to have a little something to have later. Okay? Do something marvelous for somebody else today. That's really key to the survival of all of our psyches at this time, right? Alexa, what can you do for me today?
April 10th in the year 2020.
Question. Swell. Thanks, Alexa. Bon appetit, everyone.